Welcome back to the San Diego Opera Podcast. My guest today is the stage director of Florencia en el Amazonas, Candace Evans. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Good to have you here. And welcome to San Diego. This is your debut.
Thank you. It is indeed. I have been in the city once before when I was 8, but I have scant little memory, other than the zoo, of course.
I hope you have some opportunity to get to see it. It's a beautiful place.
I'm hoping. Well, the weather is amazingly cooperative.
Yeah,
so
it's been great.
It is great.
And you've, your CV, you've directed all over the country.
And internationally.
But this particular production, Florencia, emanates from Indiana University. How did it all come about in the first place?
To begin with, I direct mostly at A and B level houses, but I have a strong instinct to mentor. I really enjoy working with students. I've done a lot of work with young artist programs, and Indiana contacted me several years ago. I've done several pieces for them. I did Candide. I did a new Akhenaten, the Philip Glass piece. I know.
And Candide.
That too.
I have to take a little detour. Just saw it.
Oh.
For me, I guess the fourth time, it's never worked for me. And this time it really, really did. It was the Francescas Bella production.
It takes a little fiddling.
I think, it needs a lot of help, but boy, did it work. I'm sorry. That was
quite all right.
An aside. And Akhenaten.
It's quite all right. Akhenaten, Philip Glass.
Great.
And then they asked me to do Werther, and then they asked me to do this. So clearly I'm not in one box with them.
Indeed.
But the thing that's lovely, of course, is the work with the students, but also that I can develop a new production there. They have a longer rehearsal period and a lot of technical capacity. Their stage is absolutely equal in size to the Met. With the offstage.
Huge.
It's amazing.
Right.
It's amazing. So I said, of course, I would love to do this piece. I've always adored it. I had the privilege of meeting the composer at Opera America some years ago, a brief meeting. But it speaks strongly to me as a woman, and I was really thrilled to be able to develop the piece there and to put my spin on it.
Let me explore that a little bit.
Sure.
Why? You say it speaks closely to you as a woman. Well,
I'll start with...
What is it about the story?
Surely. I'll start with the fact that no woman dies in order for the opera to resolve.
Isn't that lovely?
It's a little refreshing, yes. And secondarily, my background is both as a singer and dancer, but my master's degree is in classical theater. And the piece resonates for me in sort of a Shakespearean way, that people go into the wilderness to truly discover themselves and then come back out transformed, which is exactly what this piece does.
The Tempest.
Yes, precise.
Yeah.
Precise.
Oh,
and
I hadn't thought about it that way. That's absolutely true. They go into the wilderness and come out changed.
And all of them do.
Yeah.
Every single character, which is extraordinarily different. Most operas have 2 or 3 people that have an arc, and the rest are sort of in subservience to them.
Right.
That's not the case here. And as I thought about the piece, the more and more I thought about it, I felt that the Amazon itself was a character. And because it is what influences them.
Right.
So in most versions of Florencia, the chorus appears in Act 1, Scene 1, on the dock as the boat goes. For the rest of the opera, they're singing off stage. And that troubled me for 2 reasons. I wanted them to influence the boat more, and therefore the characters more. And so I developed creatures, animals, water. Every member of the chorus is a personage of the Amazon that imposes themselves upon the boat. And then in the end of the opera, I'm not going to, no spoiler alert here, but they have another function at the end of the opera, which is usually sung off stage but will not be.
That's terrific. So the chorus is going to be busy.
Oh, my word.
I've already heard them talking about their costumes.
Have you?
Which is
well,
great.
They're rather tickled, I think. We began last night with the creature work. We have monkeys, we have fish, we have crocodiles, we have magnificent birds. It's visually so scrumptious. And the puppetry, some of them are handheld, some of them are flown, some of them are just incorporate on their bodies. The snakes, we have 3 snakes that have long serpentine arms. So they're given an opportunity to move and create and to play in a way that's, it really speaks to them as creative artists.
Yeah, chorus members don't often have the opportunity. rarely have the opportunity
Yes.
to do something like that. So that's
Right.
exciting.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the designers then that you worked with in order to build
Certainly,
this colorful
certainly.
production.
Mark Smith is a faculty member at Indiana University.
Mm-hmm.
He designed the set. Todd Hensley, who's an internationally known lighting designer, did my lighting. And Linda Pisano, who's also at Indiana University, was my costume designer. I've used this team, other than my set designer, several times.
Mm-hmm.
They are world class.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sometimes I think it becomes a pejorative to say someone's on the faculty at, and it should not.
Well, not at IU.
No, they're extraordinary people.
Yeah,
Linda designed my Salome at San Antonio Opera for the debut of that company with Patricia Rossette's debut, and so
Right.
I wanted her to come in because I trust her that much that I know she'll work with very major people in a very lovely way.
And I understand that the colors of the Amazon were reflective in the
Yes. Yes.
in the design of the creatures, of course, but also of the sets and the
Right.
costumes.
Right. Well, we felt, of course, the boat is a well-worn old girl. The El
Right,
Dorado
right.
has seen a little traffic.
Like the African Queen.
Almost exactly, right.
Yeah.
And Mark designed an extraordinary, full-size, two-story boat. It's quite epic. And it moves and does all kinds of marvelous tricks. The paddle turns, it's quite amazing. And the personages, the principals, are in the kind of costuming that you would wear if you were taking a cruise on a very hot day down the Amazon. Linens in soft creams and beiges and grays. Layers a bit, but you can take them on and off for the cool night and the warm day. It's San Diego, is what it is. And then as they start to enter deeper into the Amazon, there are pieces of gauze that come down and embrace the boat, and there are what we're calling land masses. They're little chunks that come into the side. So as they weave down the Amazon, there's pieces that come and encompass them.
Oh my God, Candace! I want to see it. I want to see it tonight.
Come to rehearsal,
I love
or
it.
come see the model. We have a beautiful model of it, so
Oh,
that you
cool.
can see.
What I've been showing people, we've reprinted images from the set that are
Right.
just beautiful.
It's
to
amazing.
attract people.
Yeah.
Because I think, like any newer piece that audiences aren't familiar with, there's a little bit of a fear factor
Right.
there.
What am I getting into?
Right.
And I would say, and it's resonant for people who are complete aficionados. The music is exquisite.
It really
It has
is,
all the component pieces. But for people who are new to the art, I lovingly call some operas training wheel operas because it's not that you're going in to see the ring cycle. You're stepping in lightly. It's something very romantic. The story is very comprehensible, and it's very enticing.
So you think this would be a good opera for people who have never seen opera?
Absolutely right.
Or maybe even
I
better for
think young
people
people
who've
as well.
who've seen theater and are familiar with theater, but
Very
would
much
probably
so.
fall right into this.
Very much so. It's sung in Spanish, super titles in English, but it's very clear. For you reference theater people, if you are a theater person who likes a small black box situation where you see characters that are in a space being affected by something, that's exactly what this is, because they're on the boat. And there is a little interlude there, but I'm again, no spoiler alerts.
No. Okay, one more thing. What makes Florencia tick? The character, the woman, Florencia. What is she about? Where is she going? What does she want?
I'm going to hesitate and begin to say her heart and her work. And probably that's what strikes me as a female director. Most women must make a choice between love, home, family, and career. It's something that's very resonant for all of us, and that's the schism that she's at. Did she make the right choice? Can she combine it? Should she have combined it to begin with? Is it combinable? All of those questions.
So she may not actually be looking for her long-lost lover, Cristobal, who we never meet, who we never see.
No.
She's
And a good thing,
she's
too,
looking-
because it should be here and here.
Yeah. She's looking for her heart. She's looking for...
Yeah.
answers to some of her questions.
Yes, validation, I suppose.
Yeah.
Did I do the right thing? And that, I don't mean to make it a story only about women. I think men get to a certain point in their life and say, the road not taken, what would have been?
Oh, yes.
I think that's a human.
Oh, yeah.
It's a human condition.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's not just her. As I said, there's an arc for all of the characters. Everyone has an unanswered question,
Mm-hmm.
a wish, a hope, a dream, or a lost dream,
Yeah.
and what happens. And that's what the Amazon opens to them. And I think the resonance of nature making you let go of material things and to look at the basics.
Right. Oh,
You know.
I am so excited. Thank you for
You're
coming
so
in.
welcome. You're so
and
welcome.
I hope that the electricity is getting across to our audience and are ready to see it. But
That'd be great.
I can't wait. Thank you so much, Candace. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
El tiempo apremia.